Being a survivor and being trafficked at 9 years old inside the foster care system, I did know a few things. I was arrested at 15 when I went for help and said I had a pimp. And they actually knew who the pimp was. They said his nickname and said that I was just tired. And I probably will later recant that story. Like, literally told me how he was a great guy. The police did. So I think at a very early age, you learn not to trust. So what is sex trafficking, you might ask? Because honestly, if you Google it right now, you'll have about 10 to 15 different definitions. Unfortunately, it can be a parent, it can be someone that is involved in gangs, it can be female or even male who is forcing someone to do something for money. Forcing can be a few things, though. It can be they were forced for sex in addition to stealing cars, in addition to robbery. So you can be doing this for years because this is all you know. You know you're being abused and you don't like it, and it's never about sex. What it is about is this control.
So I was 14, my 9th grade year, actually. I always needed to eat something, or like I needed pads or tampons, and I just couldn't get it because I couldn't afford it. So now I gotta sell a booty pic of somebody else, or better yet, sell mine. Twitter, Instagram, especially Instagram at that time, it flooded my DMs with dick pics. Like, when I say floods, I mean floods of dick pics. They'd be like, oh, you look young. How old are you? I'd be like, I'm 14. They'd be like, oh yeah, I like that. Let's do this. Let's do that. I'll offer you this. I'll offer you that. For the fact that I'm 14. You can say you're 13 or 14, but they're still grown-ass men.
She got into a fight. Okay, so you know about the 30-day. So on this one, sometimes they have these advertisements and there are posters that are created, right? And it looks like maybe like a club promotion. But what we'll see is this man in the background. And that's usually the trafficker. There are other men that work with them, right? There are some men that they have with them, and they're the ones that make the porno videos. So they have all these people with them that are making money off of the youth. None of these videos get pulled down. So you have different types, so you can put them on different platforms, but on no platform are they pulled down. If they had to remove everybody, shut down sites, it would be like half of Instagram. It really would. Okay, tell her to call me. Can you give her my number so I can call her? I'm gonna call her. Hello? Hey, how you doing? This is Miss Tina from Courtney's house. So at Courtney's house, we offer a few services. One is our main drop-in center. And it's a real house. But I think most importantly, it's for community.
Not do I know what I am from Chicago, the real hood. I know what a Draco is.
I was at an event recently, and we were doing a TikTok for the kids, and this woman came up to us telling us how bad TikTok and the internet is. And let me just say, I agree. But if we don't teach them to utilize it in a positive way, right, then they're only gonna know it as negative. Exactly. And you also have to communicate the way kids communicate. I can't come in and be like, it's all horrible. It is, but they won't listen. So doing TikTok dances, like that's literally how they communicate. So I did one they picked out. They're able to get food. They're able to have case management. And they are able to have their providers, whether it's mental health, school counselors, all come to our location to provide services for them. 53% of all the youth here are trafficked by their parents.
I've been here since I was 15. What brought me here because I was out of control. I was doing it all, the whole 9 yards. Like, I'm gonna be real blunt with you guys. Whether certain people want to admit it or not, it's a reason why we all here. You get what I'm saying? Whether it's running away from home, whether it's, selling your body for money, you slept with older men. We did stuff we weren't supposed to.
Since the time you have been at Courtney's house, what were the numbers you think for youth here that were trafficked, that were on Instagram?
It's everybody here, basically. The provocative pictures or videos or videos of the acts that you did with somebody, those are now public and those are now on social media. Instagram is real famous for letting them videos stay up. I thought they were supposed to have like a filter.
Say it, me too.
A flag. Really, all of them joints didn't have a flag, but they were flagging for some cuss words on Black Lives Matter, but pictures of porn I guess they don't matter.
I'm Detective Jeremiah Johnson. I work for the Metropolitan Police Department. I'm in the Child Exploitation and Human Trafficking Task Force with the FBI. Traffickers use things like Instagram or Facebook or other kind of platforms. They're trying to promote their commercial sex enterprises that they have, and so part of that is advertising. We see a lot of traffickers who do the party promotion, so they're doing a lot of private parties. Some of these girls get there and they're around a lot of adult men. There's a lot of kind of coercive environment. There's drugs, there's alcohol. They're kind of in a position where they maybe can't feel like they can say no, and so that's where some of this stuff happens. Companies like Facebook, WhatsApp, and Instagram, they're reporting lots of this stuff to us. But then how invasive do they go? Like, how much do you want them reading every message?
Through court, I have to do intakes, right? To talk with the youth and see if they want our service, because it's still a choice. Then we talk to the youth about the program. Once we talk to the youth about our program, tell them some of my story. So whoever does the intake always tells my story. And then the third step is, of course, getting their social media. And we don't go through their social media in front of them to look at anything. We do ask them to trust us and give us the real ones. A lot of times, family, foster care, court don't have the real one that they actually use the most. Usually right here on the steps of the Smithsonian, right here at the National Portrait, you're definitely gonna see a lot of traffickers that will be on different steps, and then usually watching. So there's two things we look for. You look for someone that's called a watcher, that's looking out for girls, the actual trafficker, and then the girls. And so if we took a look at the young lady who has something on her head and then she actually put a jacket on top of her head because of the police, I would bet $1,000 that she's a missing youth. She's definitely a minor because the way they were trying to go into the station and around to get away from the police. Let's go. And the police are right here, so maybe we can ask them. One of the reasons I'm down here is because y'all may already know, right? That this is a high trafficking area for our minors. Y'all already know that? No, I'm asking a question. How you listening to a question? Do y'all know that, or you just know it's a lot of missing youth?
There's a lot of...
Oh, y'all not gonna answer it. Got you. Okay, got you. All right, cool. Nice talking to y'all. Or not, but nice. Have a great evening. All right. So even though that I was able to spot who traffickers were that was sitting on the steps, who the young girl, like definitely she's young and definitely that's a pimp, that's easy for me to spot. Not just because I've been doing this forever, because it was my life, so I can totally understand. The police that were there, no. Since 2003, I was one of the first people who actually helped start up the first ever human trafficking task force in DC. And then that stemmed off of training FBI and law enforcement.
Tina, she has this lived experience that we just can't replicate. It's something that when you talk to her, you kind of like opens your eyes to kind of new things. We as law enforcement only see kind of the one part of it, the part that's being reported to us. Trafficking victims need so much support. And so law enforcement is just not able to offer that. And we really need the assistance from places like Courtney's house to be able to do that. So it's a really good resource to help kind of bridge that gap with that community. Building trust is really hard. A lot of times, kids who are involved in sex trafficking, they have dealt with people in their lives who have been untrustworthy, who have let them down, and so they're always going to be challenging you. So they're going to actively try to do things to basically make you try to like quit working with them.
This beautiful young lady is 15. And she's getting ready, she's 9 months pregnant, so she's due any day now. Unfortunately, it's a lot of physical abuse with this young lady done by mom. Yeah, what's up? We pick her up, bring her here, because that's part of the program, right? Mom then called the police and said they were trying to kidnap her. So yesterday she had to be rushed to the hospital because she was at Washington Hospital Center. She is dilated. They did send her home, but her mom never came. They tried to contact her. She told the hospital she wasn't coming because she don't get off until 6.
No, what she said was,
okay, say this.
I'm not getting off work for that girl. Been missing too much dates for her, so I'm going to stay at work.
I'm happy you're healthy and safe, at least. And I'll go back, speak to mom, let her know she's not missing. I will have to take a report.
Yeah.
Just document our late eyes on her.
I'm totally okay with that.
And I got to see my probation officer after this at her office.
Okay.
I think a lot of people who come out of sex trafficking, they haven't had a lot of support, and that's part of the reason that they got into the situation that made them vulnerable is that they didn't have a lot of support around them. They need someone really strong in their life to really just kind of like walk them through some things that are just so basic.
Okay, so what's going on?
Mom will not let her return home. She's been sending threatening texts and told her that she cannot return home. She's 15, she's pregnant, she's due any day.
Once the probation officer gets here, if you guys are not able to come up with like an alternative housing plan, then just give us a call.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, there are no beds anywhere. And she's 15, so we don't even know, and there's no family, right, that she can stay with. And we close at 6.
I will know to give you a call for the address.
Thank you so much, I appreciate it.
Okay.
I'm gonna call my boyfriend.
Now, you know, he's not gonna be able to handle when you go into labor, right?
He saw me break down in tears. He can handle me going into labor.
Yes, is one thing.
still blame my parents. There's so much they could have done, even if they was poor, broke down, didn't have shit. There's so much they still could have done to prevent me from catching 1,000 frickin' bodies. They want you to have a prostitute mindset. You thinking of messing with me for free? I still have that mindset now. Closed legs don't get fed. At that age, you're in survival mode. It's drown or swim.
Yay, we dancing.
When I was being trafficked, I dreamt of being in places that I could have fun.
Because I'm just saying that 4 months, she pretty advanced.
I could have other people in the same situations that me.
Hey, or whatever.
What you went through shouldn't be like the only thing we ever talk about. You should be able to be a kid.
That's good.
That they don't feel like, quite frankly, like all of our kids wanted to end their life. Because I tried it in my life many times, and many of our kids. So I wanted something where they would feel like people won't answer the phone, care about you, will go on appointments with you because you're afraid to go by yourself. But what if you didn't have that? You didn't have that person that could care less about any of those things. My motivation, honestly, are the kids. It kind of makes me so happy, which is probably why I do a lot in our Instagram group chats, why I send TikToks and videos at my age. Because I do a lot of videos and TikToks. But I just love their excitement and their happiness, because that very moment, that teeny tiny thing I did by sending them a 15-second video, it made them not think about their daily abuse. Just like for a little bit. It made them smile. And that, I promise you, makes me happy.
Pick up my phone, say Papa not home. All night back in the roar. Sip my V, smoke all my weed. Tattoos on titties saying B.I.G. Now check it.